What?
It's time now for My Two Favorite Librarians. Brought to you by the Copper Tree Boutique in Dale's Grand Market, located in beautiful, historic downtown Amherst.
Hi, this is My Two Favorite Librarians. I'm Denise Corey.
I'm Chantal Taylor, and today we're talking about books that have been made into television series.
Yeah, so we've talked about books made into movies before on more than one occasion.
Yes.
But I don't think we really talk TV shows.
And there are a lot of books that have been made into TV series.
Netflix has a page.
Yeah, on books made into television series, and they have a lot.
I didn't even know that page was something that existed. It was on the American Netflix site, so I don't know. Maybe they don't have one on the Canadian site. I'm not sure.
Possibly.
Yeah, Netflix.
So speaking of Netflix right now, Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo is the big book to TV series adaptation. I think it debuted like last week or a couple weeks ago now.
And that's a book that you want me to read because that author
She's an Aries.
has my same sun sign, which is a pop sugar reading
Actually,
challenge.
I don't know if Leigh Bardugo is a man or a woman.
I just said that author. They.
I said she, so I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't check. Go with they. They is such an easy pronoun.
Of course, Bridgerton.
Oh, yeah. I have Bridgerton written down. I was like, I wrote down, of course, we've talked about the Bridgertons.
A lot, yes.
Because that show was hugely popular.
And another big Netflix series, which apparently is their biggest limited series ever, is The Queen's Gambit.
Which was a book by, I didn't write down the author's name.
It's William something, isn't it?
Taylor, Tanner.
We have the book.
Okay.
I know we just ordered the book.
I looked it up and then I didn't write it down and now I don't remember. I'm a bad librarian. So let's talk about some stuff we have not talked about before. Let's talk about True Blood.
Oh, we've talked about True Blood. Did you know that they're remaking True Blood?
Why? They just made it.
Well, they're remaking it again. I have it on my list of things coming, books coming.
Wait,
Yeah, they're remaking it.
but they just made it.
Don't talk to me. Talk
okay.
to Hollywood.
So True Blood is based on books by Charlaine Harris. Her books are called either the Sookie Stackhouse books or the Southern Vampire series books. It depends. I don't know why she has two different series titles for the same thing. So it's werewolves, it's vampires, it's magic. I was totally
It gets
on
worse
board
as
with
it goes on. It was good and then it was terrible.
The series or the books?
Both.
I know that we had said before that there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure, but those were guilty pleasure books for me. When I was doing something where I wanted to read, but I didn't want to read something that required a lot from me, I read those Sookie Stackhouse books.
Mm-hmm. They're like beach reads.
Yeah. And there was lots of sexy times in them, so you would have even liked them.
I did read quite a few of them, and then Sookie got just to be a horrible person. I hated her guts. I didn't want to read anything about her at all. I'm sorry she didn't die at the end.
Wow. That's harsh.
She was a big jerk.
Well, I think that what the progression was showing is that the vampires, ruined her.
Anyway.
I read them all. I didn't like who she ended up with at the end. And I'm not going to say anything else about that because, spoilers, but I didn't like it. Handmaid's Tale, which completely ruined Margaret Atwood for you.
Yes. Currently in its fourth season.
Yeah.
And hopefully the last season because it's really gone off the rails.
The TV show went well beyond what the book was.
Yeah. Sort of the first season was the book and then beyond has been their creation.
I've only watched the first season because it's on Hulu and I don't have Hulu.
We can't get Hulu.
I don't want to get another streaming service anyway. And I suppose I could borrow the DVDs from the library, but I don't currently have a DVD player, so that is an issue. But I would like to watch more of the series, but I know that they've gone beyond the books now.
Fresh off the boat.
I didn't realize that was based on a book.
It's based on Eddie Wang's memoir, and he's like sort of a chef, like culinary guy. He's got a bunch of food travel shows, and he was on our favorite Hot Wings, where he made the mistake of starting with the hottest wing first and not being able to actually finish the show. He basically spent it like pacing and drinking because he just ruined himself.
With the hottest wing?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm starting here. And it was funny.
Oh, I don't remember seeing that one.
The next time he came back, he started with one.
How about The Haunting of Hill House?
Yeah, you just watched that, didn't you? Or you just read the book?
I watched the whole series and then I read the book, and the series is only sort of loosely based on the book. The book is a very different, because in the series it's a family that moves into this house, but in the book it's a group of people who don't know each other who move in because they're doing like scientific research on the house, like if it's haunted. So they're very different stories.
Okay, interesting.
The book was less creepy, but still pretty creepy. You wouldn't want to read it.
No, I'm not reading it. Killing Eve.
Oh, yeah. I would like to read those novellas. They're called Villanelle. Is that what the name of the novella is?
I can't remember now, but I think you're right.
Just assume that I'm always right. Because, I am. I'm always right.
I actually didn't like it. I watched like the first 3 episodes and I was like, yeah, I don't like this.
I haven't watched any of it.
I was sad. I wanted to like it so much.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So I tried to read the first book. I tried 3 times. I can't do it. I could not get into it. I did watch the first 4 seasons, maybe 5 seasons of Game of Thrones, and I never finished it.
I didn't even attempt the book. I watched the first season. I was done. I was like, enough of this.
Yeah, you weren't on board for it at all.
It was fine. I didn't dislike it, but I just thought, yeah, I'm not bogging myself down in this.
And again, I need to have a DVD player so I can watch. I could just like borrow we have all of the seasons at the library, but I need a DVD player. Mine broke.
Hannibal.
I'm afraid to watch and or read those books.
So
they sound like they would be really
scary.
Well,
the series
gory
was amazing. I watched the first season and a half, I think, and then I like moved or I got rid of my cable or something. And I'm pretty sure I bought them for the library. But I love the guy that plays Hamilton. Not Hamilton. Hannibal.
Got to take your shot.
Mass Milkinson, I think his name is. I love, love, love him. And also, I can't remember who the executive producer is, but it's the same person that did Pushing Daisies, which is another one of my favorite shows.
I love that show.
And there's a fan theory that they take place in the same world, like Hannibal and the Pie Maker, like could literally run into each other. I love that so much.
That would be weird.
Super weird. And it makes me really want to rewatch Pushing Daisies, like so bad.
Could the Pie Maker bring Hannibal's victims back to life? Is that the theory?
I mean, not if they're cut up.
Right. Yeah. Or eaten.
Yeah.
You see, such pleasant conversation.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to make you talk about it again.
What?
All the time I do this to you. Anne of Green Gables.
Oh. It did get made into 2 series, didn't it?
You're from Yeah, you're supposed to talk about Anne. You're supposed to be like, Anne is your like island ambassador or something, isn't she?
Okay. I haven't watched either of those series.
Because the newest one is Anne with an E.
Yes, there was an American one where I was going to say Martin Short. Martin Sheen played Matthew.
That's
thank
so
you.
Weird.
Yeah.
Because I would just be picturing Apocalypse Now, Martin Sheen, and that doesn't really match with the whole Matthew vibe.
Yeah, not for me at all.
So I have one more I want to talk about.
I've got a whole bunch.
Outlander.
Yeah. Very popular.
The TV show is hugely popular. We have it on DVD. There's like, if you want to read a series and watch a series that are both going to be long running, I feel like this is it.
And I feel like they've kept close-ish to the books.
I only read the first one. The Outlander thing didn't really thrill me, but I know a lot of people love them, and there is actually a new Outlander book out this year.
I read part of the first book. I didn't love it. It was fine. The idea of going back in time, ugh, no thank you.
Yeah, I really like, electricity and medicine and toothpaste and
yeah,
a microwave. Like, there are just things that I don't want to live without.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
What about Elementary/Sherlock?
Yeah, I saw that come up on some of the lists.
We both love Sherlock, which is the BBC retelling of
with Benedict Cumberbatch,
which was so well done.
Oh yeah.
Amazingly well done. The first 2 seasons, I got to season 3. I don't think I watched season 4. But so amazingly done. Can't say enough about it.
I've never watched Elementary, though.
I love Elementary, but I also really love a good police procedural. I really enjoy that. And I've actually been flipping through things and thinking, I should rewatch Elementary.
One of the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge prompts is a locked room mystery, so maybe I should give a Sherlock Holmes story a try, because I've only ever watched Sherlock Holmes
and
stories.
Not read.
I mean, I read the Neil Gaiman Sherlock Holmes Cthulhu mashup graphic novel.
Yeah, I don't think
not
that
the
counts.
same.
So Big Little Lies.
I read the book, did not watch the series.
Yeah, I haven't watched the series or read the book.
Leanne Moriarty.
Yes, I think so.
It's just because we just talked about Sherlock Holmes and I was like, really? Is her last name Moriarty?
Oh, I didn't
Really?
realize that.
I read a couple of books by her and she seems to have a certain formula that she follows.
Again, I tried to read Big Little Lies, hated everyone, not interested.
They're mostly hateable characters.
Yeah,
that's kind
not
of the
interested.
point. And I don't know what they're like in the series. We'll see.
Call of the Midwife, very popular series.
I tried to watch that.
I watched a couple of episodes and it was fine. Like, again, I think it's really something you could like put on and just kind of play while you're scooting around the house, or like, it was good.
I couldn't get into it, but that doesn't mean that it's not good. It's just not my... There's 1,000% less vampires, werewolves, or zombies than...
Yeah, none. Friday Night Lights.
Have you ever read the book?
No.
I didn't watch the movie either. I just watched the TV show.
I've just watched the television show.
And Tim Riggins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of zombies, Walking Dead.
Yeah, no.
You watched Walking Dead.
I did and regretted it.
I made you watch like the beginning of a marathon and then you had nightmares. Walking Dead is based on the graphic novel series and they're not exactly the same. They changed things up a bit.
There's apparently another spin-off series coming because I have some things that are coming to television.
Oh, tell me what those are.
No, we're not finished yet. I have a couple of teens and kids television series. Babysitter's Club. I've never read any of the book, but they've just updated. There's a graphic novel version now, and they do have... And the Babysitter's Club, actually, I feel like it came out last summer, and it got really good reviews, and I was tempted to actually watch it, but I didn't.
We're not really its demographic.
No, we're not. Dash and Lily. So that's one of my favorite books by David
Levithan.
Yeah, thank you. And Rachel Cohn. Book of Dares, I think, was the first book. And 12 Days of Dash and Lily was the second book. But the television series is based on the first book. And it was pretty cute. I watched it in December. My friend and I sat down and had a marathon. We watched it all in one night. It was pretty cute. And although the kid that was playing Dash wasn't terribly attractive, he did really grow on me.
Yeah.
I did. I really liked it.
Okay.
Also, A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. Very, very good show with Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that because I was thinking of the movies that have Jim Carrey, but I think Neil Patrick Harris plays it.
Well, and the other thing is with the television series, they've got more time to actually do the books justice as opposed to cramming a bunch of things into one movie.
And that's part of the issue when they make a movie out of a book, because they're trying to cram a whole book
into with
like,
a series. You've got time to like put in all those nuanced things that people really like
the Gunslinger movie based on the Stephen King book series. I was like, why would they have made that as a movie? That should have been a series. Idris Elba week after week. I would be on board with that.
Luther, he has a television series.
Anywho.
So I think that's it for my oh no, Pretty Little Liars, Gossip Girl. I watched like a couple of seasons of both of them and then I'm done with this. They were cute. A lot of people are like rewatching sort of like easy, like, you know, like I'm rewatching Supernatural slowly. I watched like these are like not based on books, like, although Bones, I did rewatch some Bones. That's based on a book.
I did not listen to you.
Yes.
I started to read You by Carolyn Kepnes. So that is a TV series. I did not watch the TV series. I was reading it on Libby online, and so it tells you what percentage you're into the book, and I got 4 or 5% into the book, and then I went, oh yes, Chantel said she hated this book, and I was already hating it at 5%. So I was just, nope, I'm done. There's too many books and not enough time in the world for me to read a book that I'm obviously hating already.
Okay, so I have some things that are coming to TV that they're making. Okay, so the big one that everybody's talking about is, of course, Lord of the Rings. They're making so there's a good example of, you know, even though we had 9 hours of movies, making it into a series means we can watch those hobbits trek for even longer.
We can see them eat all of their breakfasts.
One that I just watched the trailer for yesterday, which we didn't mention, but they're doing a reboot, is Dexter. They're doing a Dexter reboot. Yep.
So I read the first book. Jeff Lindsay is the author?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I read the first Dexter book.
I did too.
Oh, wow.
I didn't mind it.
I found it very gory. See, the thing is, my imagination can make things so much more gory than they could ever put on TV.
Yeah, but a serial killer killing serial killers, it's just so unrealistic. I mean, it's not like zombies or something, which could happen.
Based on how 2020 and 2021 are
Zombies
going,
could happen.
Zombies could happen.
Okay, 2 more that they're remaking. Gossip Girl.
Why?
Yep. They're
Again.
remaking Gossip Girl. They're filming it right now.
It's
Well, wait, it gets better. Harry Potter.
As a TV series?
As a TV series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have a few. Oh, and another one that they're remaking. Movie was absolute rubbish. Book series amazing. I mean, what you could say about a lot of books to movies. Percy Jackson.
Oh.
I'm really hoping they do a good job. I loved the Percy Jackson books. But something you will be excited about, Station 11.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know though, because it's like
Pandemic.
and I love pandemic books until we were in a pandemic, and now I can't read pandemic books.
They're also making Sweet Tooth, the graphic novel.
About the kid who's
No, the detective that tastes things and can like...
What was I thinking? I was thinking about a kid who had antlers. I don't know what that is.
I don't know if he has antlers or not.
What are you reading right now?
Nothing.
Oh, okay then. I am reading a book that was made into a movie, not a TV series. I'm reading The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty.
And that's for one of your Pop Sugar.
No.
Oh.
No, I just...
Did you have to read a book from the 70s or something?
I have to read a book from the 90s. I talked about books from the 70s. We did that on the radio a few weeks ago because we're from the 70s.
Oh, okay.
But when we were talking about it, I was like, oh, I want to read The Exorcist. So I borrowed that from the Colchester East Hants Public Library System because we don't own it. And you can do that too through interlibrary loan. We can get you things from all across Canada. They did a really good job on the movie. now that I have maybe 80 pages left on the book. And of course, they had to cut plot lines out of.
Yeah, as they always do, which is why it's better as a TV series.
But they did a really good job translating this book to a movie. So when you're reading it and you can say, oh, yeah, they really got that.
They chose wisely.
Yeah. So far this year, I have read 31 books. And I've completed 25 of the 50 Pop Sugar Reading Challenge prompts.
Nice.
Okay, the library is closed to the public. We all know that this is what is happening. We are in the midst of the circuit breaker, but we are still here for you. We're offering Grab It Go in Advocate, Amherst, Parsboro, Pugwash, and Spring Hill. We are offering Borrow by Mail to any citizen of Cumberland County, and we have online resources, including Overdrive, Hoopla, and LinkedIn Learning. All you need is your library card. Give us a call. Send us an email. You can get all the details on our website. And we want to give you books.
Book drops are open.
Book drops are open. What are we talking about next week?
Next week, we're talking about books that everyone's read, but you haven't read, which is basically me, because I've read no books that everybody's read.
Talk to you next week.
My Two Favorite Librarians. Brought to you by the Copper Tree Boutique in Dales Grand Market, located in beautiful, historic downtown Amherst.